Okay, this is Barf Brandy. I have tried making a bunch of big long type voice recordings, but I'm going to do a bunch of them and add them together. I have an idea for new updates for the Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's see what I'm going to get my thing back up. A bunch of new 100 notorious levels, guild versus guild battles, where you basically fight you basically fight different guilds, like 30 on 30. But there's enough cannons on each side, so everybody has one for that battle. Dual weapons, like two swords, sword and a gun, two guns at once, like blunderbuss and rifle, two double blunderbuss. Really doesn't affect your accuracy, but it has a pro and con, like where it dislocates your shoulder. Two rifles, it affects your accuracy greatly, but it's still double the damage if it hits, like it normally hits. New abilities, dual and sword combos, like where if you say you have dull purification, it will heal everybody that your sword touches. You can't hurt your allies, so you heal them every time your blade touches them. So in case they're under overwhelming attacks, say by foul, you can heal them right away. Also, new ship upgrades, like adding a cannon, make your ship longer, but it has to be slower because more weight, not as much sails. But you can counter that by adding more sails without losing your mobility. Then there's guild versus guild invasion. Guild invasion islands, where there are a set amount of waves your guild master chooses. And it's also the difficulties depending on how many guild players you have on the island. You can actually add things like shops. The guild master gets the shops to get the money from the shop, but I'll talk about that a bit later. Like where you basically set up armaments, cannons, traps. But player can have their own version of that, but it's slightly nerfed. But your friends and crew can go there. What else? But also there you can create stores, gun stores, ammo stores of any kind, and you can have you're basically its own money maker. Every 24 hours you make a new make money. Every 24 hours when you go visit the island. What else is there? For the new master quest, I'd like to request is where you basically become king or queen of the pirates. You have to go to the pirate lord's land and get approval for become king of the pirates or king or queen of the pirates. By which time you will have to go to their land, which is their own private server, but is pretty big, and new islands like have to go to India for that Indian. I do believe there's an Indian pirate lord. All the islands that all the animals that inhabit his land, you get to shoot or kill. You get their skins, and you can make various things out of them. Okay, and then there's Africa. I think there's one in Africa, basically where you can get like say tigers. Tigers. What else is there? Brain fart. I'll come back with this so I can make more of this. Then there's also the sorry, I had to come by to turn my recording off before so it wouldn't cut me off. But where was I at? Oh yes, the new quest where you can go to Africa and get skins, different skins which actually can give you clothing, new armor. You can actually create other things with them, like the teeth. I was thinking maybe like a crossbow, just for the sake of having a crossbow. It also counts your range, where you can make like tiger tooth, shark tooth into an arrow, and you can you can acquire wood through Pirates of the Caribbean, the hunters, like that. Also, an after quest you could do is to get the ship of the line, which is very hard. Well, this after quest is much longer than most quests, but it takes a lot. But the reward is very well done. You basically get a ship of the line, which you can upgrade. And this time, instead of in the betas where you couldn't, the people who did get them, you couldn't repair them. And also, I don't think I mentioned the fact that you can actually make more crew capacity on the ship's upgrades. So I'll say that now. And let's see, where am I at now? Also, you can make a guild tattoo, a guild crest, where you can wear anywhere on your body you want. You know, like back, I would say is better, or arm, or chest, or you can even make it a face tat, where you basically your guildmaster creates a cool guild crest, and you know it's another way of people recognizing what guild you're in. It's an awesome idea. Also, to prevent things what happened to my guildmaster of the Lich Warlord's guildmaster Obsidian, he got kicked out due to a glitch. And that Disney never reinstated his guildmasterism. Well, I just made that word up. But also, just to prevent this from happening, create lieutenant guildmasters, like 5 of them. You know, just backup after a backup after a backup. What else is there? Hold on, my iPod just locked. I have to keep this ready. Okay, and you can create other ranks, like I said, general, colonel, captain. Lieutenant, you know, the lowest ranking officer, and you basically get more abilities. Like, so for instance, like in the guild islands, you basically have more say what lieutenant you have. You can approve minor repairs, and the higher up you go, the more stuff they can do. What else is there? Also, dual weapons have contradiction abilities, like where you put a fire and ice, it cuts the power in half based on the levels. Then there's also swords that actually make them more powerful, but because the 2 abilities or elements complement their abilities, like World Eater and Emerald Cursed Blade. Those 2 would because they're both leech swords, so they would complement each other. Or Nautilus and the Cursed Sea Fang, which basically have a lightning ability, which is amplified by that. Or you get the idea. So. Let me know if you have any good ideas, or if you want to PM me or comment, or whichever when you approve on my channel. This has been Barf Brownie, and otherwise known in parts of the line as Lieutenant and Rich. Peace out, guys.